Alrighty, this is 7.3 equations with distributive property. This is our standard 8.EE.7b. Your objective is to be able to use the distributive property to solve equations with at least 80% accuracy given your homework. So going back to 6th grade, whenever we have this, we have to distribute this number outside of parentheses to every single one of the terms inside. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go there, okay? So 3 times x is 3x. And then 3 times 5 is 15, and there's a negative there, or minus. Okay, I take it as a negative just to make it a little easier on me. And I'm going to say plus 1 equals 2 plus x. Now, what I want to do is I want to try to put all my x's on one side and all the constants on the other side. So before I do that, I'm going to combine like terms. I could combine this too. And so I have 3x, and then negative 15 plus 1 gives me negative 14, and then equals 2 plus x. Now I want to get all the x's on one side and all the constants on the other side. So I'm going to move this x to this side just for the sake of ease. That cancels out. 3x minus 1x is 2x. I'm going to bring down my minus 14. I'm going to bring down my equals 2. Now I need to move this one to the other side. So the opposite operation tells me to add. So plus 14, and what I do to one side I must do to the other side. That cancels out because they're additive inverses. That becomes 0. Bring down my 2x, and then equals, and then 14 plus 2 is 16. Now 2 and x are being multiplied, so I have to divide by 2, and I end up with x equals 8. Okay, and for me to check my answer, I can just plug it in where I see the x and see that's true. So 3 times 8 minus 5 is 3, plus 1 is equal to this. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 equals 2 plus 8. Is it true that 10 equals to 10? Yes, I'm checked. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this one. Now this one we have a fraction, so plain smart, instead of me distributing this right here, what I'm going to do is I am going to do what we did with the fractions. I'm going to multiply this whole thing by the denominator, which is 4, to make it to cancel out the fraction, make it easier for me. Now because I'm multiplying this whole side of the equation by 4, I have to do that same thing for this one right here. Guys, remember what we do to one side, we do to the other side. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this times this. So that gives me so basically we have that, which is 12 over 4. So I basically end up with 3, which is my numerator there. Okay. So I'm going to have then 3. Okay. And then I'm going to basically just multiply by that. And I'm going to bring this one down. And then here I'm going to multiply by the number outside. So 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And I'm going to have this here. Now I'm able to use my distributive property just the way I was here. So again, when you multiply the whole thing, the bracket, by a number to get rid of the fraction, you just multiply by the number outside the distributive property. Okay, outside of the parentheses. So then I can distribute to each one of those terms. So that's 3 times x is 3x. 3 times, I will take it as a negative 13. That will be negative 39 or minus 39. Equals negative 8 times 9 is negative 72, and then negative 8 times x is minus x. Okay, so then I'm going to put all my x's on one side and all my constants on the other side. So I'm going to move this 3x because this actually, no. I'm going to move the ax because I don't want to end up with a negative variable. So then that would be 11x being grabbed by 39 equals negative 72. I'm going to add 39 on both sides. So I have 11x equals, now right here I have a negative 72 plus 39. So remember when I have different signs, I am going to subtract. So negative 72 plus 39 should give me a 33. And then because I have more negatives, it's going to be negative 33. And then the last step is to divide by 11. So then I end up with x equals negative 33 divided by 11 is negative 3. Okay, now I'm going to plug that in to see if that's true. So I can go back here and I'm going to say So I'm going to plug that in here. So 3/4 times negative 3 minus 13 equals negative 2 times 9 plus a negative 3. Okay, so I have 3/4, and then negative 3 minus 13 is negative 16, equals negative 2 times 9 plus a negative 3 is a 6. So then this is a negative 12. Okay, right here I have 3/4 times negative 16. Remember, I can cross cancel right here, so 4 goes into 4 one time, and 4 goes into 16 4 times. So then I have 3 times 4, that's a negative 12/1, which gives me negative 12. So true that negative 12 equals negative 12. Yes, checked. I'm done. Okay, so that's how we use this distributive property. Again, if it's just on one side and you don't have any fractions, just distribute to each one of the terms. When it's on both sides but you have a fraction, make sure that you multiply by the denominator to get rid of that fraction. And when you do to one side, you must do to the other side, and you only multiply to the outside number. Okay, God bless you. Math is magical and you're amazing. Bye.